Mayor, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for March 7th, 2013 to order at 8 p.m. On roll call, council members Catamagna.
Here.
Castiglia.
Here.
Conboy.
Here.
Patagano.
Here.
Monsino.
Here.
Coletti.
Here.
Mayor Moller.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Will everyone please rise for our prayer and flag salute? Oh God, our Father, we ask you to bless our meeting, which we trust the fatherly care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts and plant therein a keen sense of justice and a greater love for you and our neighbor. Guide us in our deliberations so our decisions will always please you and bring peace and happiness to our community. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Whereas Chapter 231, the public laws of the state of New Jersey requires the commencement of every meeting that a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now therefore be advised that meeting requirements of this meeting have been met by publishing an annual notice and a notice in the Record of Hackensack and the Herald News of Woodland Park, and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk as well as in a public place within the municipal building, and by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted on January 1, 2013.
Mayor, this evening we'll begin tonight's agenda with the presentation of the 2013 Fire Prevention Poster Contest winners in 6 of the 7 categories and divisions that have been established. And with that, I'll turn it over to our Fire Chief, Scott Rutel, and our Fire Marshal, Pompey Diarco.
We'd like to have the mayor and the fire commissioner come up and give some awards to us.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight are the winners of the Fire Prevention Poster Contest for 2012-2013. In Division 1, kindergarten through 2nd grade, Jan Biskup, 16th Ave School.
Good job, Ed. Congratulations.
Good.
You're welcome.
Is this yours?
Two.
Okay, you stand right here and you hold this in front like this. Two hands. Put this one right behind it. Okay? And doesn't miss a picture. How am I doing so far?
In Division 2, 3rd through 5th grade, Prabjnor Kador, Gilbert Ave School. Nope.
On behalf of him, I'll accept his vote.
Congratulations. In Division 3, 6th through 8th grade, Yava Yant, Elmwood Park Middle School. In Division 4, 9th through 12th grade, Malinka Walsinia, Elmwood Park Memorial High School.
Congratulations.
In Division 6, kindergarten through 8th grade, Michael Pineda, Gantner Avenue School.
Shake first.
He came into my office, he was here early.
And in Division 7, 9th through 12th grade, Shamir Valera, Elmwood Park Memorial High School.
By the way, each student will receive a check for $25 and a beautiful hand-printed certificate from Claire Bowler's wife, who did all the printing of the certificate.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Well, again, congratulations.
That goes in the community. How's your house down the shore? So fixed. Did you have to raise it? No. I know a gentleman who I work with. It's going to cost like $400,000. It's not too far from Cape Harbor. That's okay. Now we get new furniture. Did you apply for any grant money? Do you have money from FEMA right now? We don't qualify. Why? Second house. Really? But you can even qualify. This gentleman, it's his second house, and he's getting money. I applied for it. Oh, that's what's that? Maybe where his house is. It's not at Egg Harbor, but it's down beyond the shore.
At this time, I'd like to once again congratulate all the winners. Mr. Diarco, from this point, they go to the county, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And if I remember correctly, last year we had some winners at the county level, and then from there they go down to the state for the final determination of their winning effort. So thank you all for participating, and we look forward to seeing you next year, and we hope more students get involved next year and get involved painting or doing what they have to do to go into the poster contest. Thank you very much. Thank you, and to the fire department, excuse me. Thank you for doing this, Mr. Diarco, all the fire chiefs. You're doing a great job. We appreciate that besides your firematics business. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to proceed with our meeting. You're welcome to stay. If you choose to leave, that's fine too. Thank you for coming. Mr. Diarco, you have any comments?
I'd like to thank the mayor and council for putting the program out for us.
No, our pleasure. Thank you, Pompey. Thank you. Mr. Caswell?
Mayor, this evening, under the approval of minutes, we have the February 14th, 2013 work session and the February 21st, 2013 regular meeting.
Motion to receive and file, or move? Moved by Mr. Boncino, second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Coletti. Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, I just need to abstain on the 21st.
Okay.
On roll call, council members Catamagna,
Yes.
Castiglia,
Yes.
Conboy,
Yes, except for the 21st.
Patagano,
Yes.
Monsino.
Yes.
Coletti.
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, this evening, under ordinances, we have ordinance 13-05, which was slated to be adopted this evening. Unfortunately, we had to make one minor correction to it in order to abide by the county guidelines that were requested of us. So my recommendation is to table the second reading of this ordinance, and then we can proceed with reintroduction following that table.
May I have a motion to table, please?
Move.
Moved by Mr. Catamagna, second by Mr. Boncino. Call the roll, please.
On roll call to table, council members Catamagna.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Catagano.
Yes.
Bonsino.
Yes.
Coletti.
Yes.
Resolution 88-13, introduce ordinance 13-05 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled An Ordinance to Amend Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Elmwood Park entitled Traffic by amending ordinance 7-23 thereof be passed and adopted on first reading, and be it resolved that final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, March 21st, 2013 at 8 p.m. or soon thereafter as the same can be heard, at which time and place any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and he is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing is required by law.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Boncino and Mr. Castiglia, any discussion? This ordinance, I explained it last time, takes place on Midland Avenue, and they're trying to get the traffic to move in the proper manner. We've had some serious accidents at Midland Avenue, just off Market Street, and where the railroad tracks are. People go a little bit too far before the gate comes down, and they're in the path of the trains that's coming along. So we're trying, in the county, for many years now, trying to resolve that problem, and we hope that this helps us out with some of that.
Through you, Mayor, if I may, just for the council's edification, the one minor change that was made to this ordinance between the introduction 2 weeks ago is that the county has allowed us to only restrict vehicles over 15 tons rather than all vehicles from making these prohibited turns. So that's the modification that you'll be introducing this evening.
Thank you.
On roll call, council members Catamagna.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Catagano.
Yes.
Bonsino.
Yes.
Coletti.
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, this evening under the consent agenda, we have Resolution 89-13, payment of bills, Resolution 90-13, confirmation of checks, Resolution 91-13, confirmation of payroll, Resolution 92-13, award emergency contract to Colinelli Brothers for sanitary sewer repair, Resolution 93-13, extend emergency water and sewer main repair contract with Colinelli Brothers, Resolution 94-13, award services to Boswell Engineering for the emergency generator project, Resolution 95-13, award services to Boswell Engineering for Pump Station 6, Resolution 96-13, award services to Boswell Engineering for the Fleischers Brook Restoration Project, Resolution 97-13, stipulation of settlement, Novar Vidal versus the Borough of Elmwood Park, Resolution 98-13, approved length of services program, LoSAP, for the calendar year 2012, Resolution 99-13, resolution to reduce taxes due to merger of lots, Resolution 100-13, refunds for overpayment of due taxes due to a tax appeal court for Lebowski, Resolution 101-13, refund overpayment of taxes due to a tax appeal court settlement for Lemberfsky, Resolution 102-13, redeem third-party tax lien, Block 412, Lot 2.02, and Resolution 103-13, transfer of funds from the 2012 municipal budget.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Mr. Conboy.
Second.
Second, Mr. Pedagano. Any discussion? The award of 9213, award emergency contract to the Colinelli Brothers for sewer repair and for the sanitation. If there's an emergency, instead of trying to find somebody to come and fix it, we go out to bid on that, and they hand in the bid, we review the bids and pick the lowest bidder. Otherwise, in the past years, many years ago, if you had an emergency such as this and you went out and tried to get somebody to fix it, they know you're having a problem, and the figure would be a lot higher than it is now. So we know that this is passed. Any problem we have, we go right to Colinelli Brothers, and we're getting the best possible price. Call a roll, please.
On roll call, council members Catamagna.
Yes.
Castiglia.
Yes.
Conboy.
Yes.
Patagano.
Yes.
Bonsino.
Yes.
Coletti.
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, this evening under departmental reports, we have the building department for November 2012, December 2012, and January 2013. Municipal court report for January 2013. Rent stabilization board minutes from August 27th, 2012, and February 12th, 2013, and library board minutes for January 28th, 2013.
Motion received.
So moved.
Mr. Boncino and Mr. Conboy. Discussion? No discussion. All in favor? Opposed, so ordered.
Mayor, and then under applications this evening, we have the Bergen County Technical High School PPO bingo application.
Here in town?
Yes, they're going to be holding an event here in the borough.
Okay, motion,
So moved.
yeah, Mr. Conboy, thank you. Second,
Second.
Mr. Boncino, discussion? Call the roll, please.
On roll call, Councilmembers Catamania?
Yes.
Castiglia?
Yes.
Conboy?
Yes.
Patagano?
Yes.
Bonsino?
Yes.
Coletti?
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, that concludes my portion of the agenda.
Committee reports. I'll start with the left side this time. Mr. Castiglia.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, let's see. In case anybody looks up here and all our heads are down like this, we got these fancy little things now, so it's not like papers in front of you anymore, you know. We're saving some trees. I got a stack of papers home like that already in 2 months. So these things are going to come in handy. It's just that we're looking down like this. Planning Board had its work meeting last night. The new landlord over on the Elmwood Ford property on Broadway, they came in with an applicant. It's the first one for that complex. It's going to wind up being 5 stores in where Elmwood Ford used to be. And the first one that came in is a company called Dollar Tree. I guess everybody has seen the stores around. They're just an applicant. Nothing has been approved yet. We're just working with them on this application. Dollar Tree also owns a store by the name of Deals, which is the same kind of business, but they have items from $1 a piece up to I think $20 or $25 a piece. So it's a kind of a different kind of store. You can go in and buy some bulk items like laundry detergent and stuff, big bottles. That's the kind of store it's going to be. If it does come in, it'll be the last unit in the complex, which is the furthest away from Broadway, all the way in the back. It's the larger of the 5 stores. So it seems like it's a clean business. We'll see how that goes. They should be in next week for the public meeting next Wednesday. I think there's a deal is actually in Fairlawn in the Radburn section. Somebody had told me that. All right, we were supposed to get 3 inches of snow last night. Everybody knows that, right? 1 to 3 inches. That didn't happen. The DPW is ready. They're ready to go out and do a good job like they normally do. Last I looked, it was 1 to 3 inches possibly tonight and 1 to 3 inches tomorrow. If it's any prediction, what is it, the European model now or something that they quote on television all the time? Well, the European model was wrong last night, so I don't know what's going to happen in the next day. Let's see. We're working on, down at the DPW, well, this council is working on revamping their chain of command down there a little bit. That department is probably down 6 or 7, maybe 8 employees. And there are some positions that are vacant. What's going to happen is they're going to be testing some of those guys down there, and the ones that are qualified to move up into some of those vacant positions, they'll be moving up. It's not bringing somebody in from somewhere else to put in those positions. They're in the department already. They'll just be getting different titles, different jobs. Some of the guys are doing the work already now, which is above their pay grade, but they're doing it just to help out. And it's about time that they get tested and get put in the right positions where they should be. And also, the last thing, I'm also I failed French in high school. Liaison, I'm liaison for the borough's Veterans Alliance. So I'd like to remind everyone that the American Legion has their pancake breakfast the 3rd Sunday of every month. Me and the mayor have been known to go down there once in a while. I've seen a couple other councilmen down there. It's $4, you know, you get eggs, sausage, pancakes, all the pancakes you could eat. It's a good deal, home fries, $4, you know, how could you beat that? And like I said, sometimes we're down there. They're also having, the American Legion Auxiliary is having a tricky tray. I know my wife used to like going to them. She doesn't go much anymore. It's $10 admission. You get your sheet of tickets. It's on March 22nd. I believe the doors open at 6 p.m. They serve coffee and cake. So anybody that's interested in that kind of thing, American Legion down on Legion Place, March 22nd. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Pettigano?
Thank you, Mayor. The Health Department this month will have a monthly child clinic and free immunizations. That's in the morning or evening by appointment. They're free for all infants and up to 18 years of age. They also have a free adult health consultation and blood pressure program. That's March 19th, April 16th, and May 21st, 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. That will be held at the Senior Center on the Boulevard at the Rec Center. Free rabies clinic on May 22nd. That will be in Borough Field, rain or shine, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And a reminder to please renew dog licenses, cat licenses. They're actually overdue right now, but we're pretty lenient. You can contact the Elmwood Park Health Department, and they will guide you. The phone number there is 201-796-1457, extension 604. Also, the Health Department is now going to be utilizing the Facebook page, which was created a couple weeks ago, and I think they just posted something brand new on there about carbon monoxide poisoning, especially with people using generators. Some people like to put them in their garages, which is dangerous. You have to keep them outside. You should really keep them a little bit away from the house, and also covered. But this is becoming a problem in New Jersey. A couple people have become asphyxiated by this. And that is it, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Coletti, Councilman?
Yes, sir. I'd like to congratulate all the poster winners this evening, and we cannot say enough about our fire department. Not only are they on call 24/7, they manage to find time for programs like this. February 26th, the school board had their monthly meeting, which I was in attendance along with Mayor Mola. Some of the talking points from board members and the state monitor, Tom Egan, were there will be a monthly financial report on the state of the district, basically saying to the public each and every month there'll be a financial report for their pleasure. A $131,000 surplus exists for this fiscal year so far. That's good news, but I wouldn't get too excited about it because considering it's a $30 million plus budget, $131,000 can go in a flash like that, especially if some special educational kids come into the district. It will just vaporize. But it is good news. Also, they were talking about police presence, and it seems that we have both uniformed and non-uniformed police presence, and the residents, along with the board, seemed very happy about that. The district will be receiving approximately $500,000 from state aid, and I know the mayor was concerned about where that the bulk of that money would go, and according to the newspaper today, $440,000 of it will impact the general fund, and that's also good news. I noticed that Mr. Egan was on top of his game, knowing many details of the line items of the agenda, and he also felt he brought a calm to the meeting between the board and the residents that wasn't present before. It's almost as if all the parties realized that the finger pointing has to stop and trying to find a resolution, and the only resolve to that would be working in synergy. The next JIF meeting is on March 20th, and the next school board meeting is on March 26th, and the fire department captain's meeting is on March 11th, and God willing, I will be attending, updating this mayor and council on their latest status. Mayor?
Thank you. Mr. Ketterman?
Thank you, Mayor. Larry, I just hope to get a few inches to know. I would like to go to school 2 hours late. Makes, get there.
Did you have a late closing today, Frank? A late opening today? Was it a late opening
Yeah,
today?
no, there was no delay opening. Yeah. We hope for that, nothing else. I also want to congratulate the posters contest winners. In the audience, we had one of my students, Malanga. I want to say congratulations. Hope she will watch TV next week. Mayor, the only thing I want to say is that last week, during the, I think it's Wednesday, the cans and bottle recycle. I know during the night it was very windy, and many of those cans fell on the street. There was on Gilbert Avenue, cans and bottles all over, from the elementary school all the way down to, I guess, Elm Street. And it was a mess. It was very dangerous, too. A few of the bottles broke. There was glass all over. I pick up my share. But, next door we have Mr. Danova. He needs help with that. And anyhow, I don't know what we can do with that. The next day I went to see the bottles and cans are still there all over the streets. I went to DPW to find Mr. Scaglia's cars, and he wasn't there. And I told the man that should tell him this, send somebody there to clean up. It's dangerous. He said, I know, who's supposed to clean up this if not the DPW? And I understand this guy asked him, and the reply he got was, don't worry about Frank Caramagna. I just don't want to say another word, but I don't think I like that. I think I'm very concerned. People elect me to protect the town, and I deserve some respect. They should be clean. If the cycle left for the day, it's our job, DPW, to clean up the street.
Mr.
I don't know
Caramagna,
if you agree with me or not, but that's the way I feel.
obviously, we all agree if the wind blows it around, it should be cleaned up. If it happens on your street again, I would call up our clerk, administrator, Mr. Kazmark, and he would get in touch with the recycling agent to have somebody come back, and if that doesn't happen because he's on the road somewhere else, we'll try to get the DPW to come pick it up.
I think you should, right?
Yeah, but make sure you call him. And there should be no disrespect for anybody on the council.
Then, Mayor, in a closed meeting, I mentioned something about the charges of our engineer, and I think, the charges are high. That's what I feel. There's no comparison. Maybe we should find a way to get another engineer to give us a price, because I felt that right here on Market Street, the total job is $20,000. The engineer fee is $11,000. I understand. I think it's too much money for a small job like that. Maybe I could be wrong. I'm not an engineer, so I could be wrong. I think it's a good idea to compare prices. When we get estimates, you normally get 3 estimates. Here we only have 1 estimate, and whatever the company says goes. And we all vote for that. I hope in the future we'll be able to change that. I have nothing else, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Conboy.
Thank you, Mayor. I also, too, would like to congratulate all of our poster winners tonight. I just want to give a couple of updates in some of the various areas. First, on the financial front, the mayor and council had a meeting with our auditor, Paul Lurch, and our CFO at a work meeting where they got a prelim of our upcoming budget. In about 2 weeks or so, I'm hoping that we're going to be adopting it, and then in April or so, around that time, we'll vote on it and finalize it. But again, these are, as you guys know, there's been, over the years, we keep hearing that famous word, the cap. I'm very proud. I've been serving finance chair. Now this will be my 6th year as the finance chair, and working with all the members of mayor and council over those 6 years. We've tried to be very fiscally responsible and as cheap as possible as we can be. There's been nights that we've actually fight over $1,000 or even $100 to ensure that your tax dollars, your municipal tax dollars, are as cheap as possible. These are just some early prelim numbers, but at the moment, if everything should go as planned, on an average home of about $335,000, we'd be looking at a municipal tax of about $67 annually, which then would equal out to about $16.75 quarterly. And I think there's some important high points to talk about our budget. We've never been a council, for all those who've been sitting on the council, at least the 6 years I've been here, or going in my 6th year, we've always never just said, okay, let's get through this one. We've always said, let's look down the next one and the next one. Because regardless if we'd be sitting here or not, we wanted to make sure that we turned over a fiscal budget, community, and town, and not leave it for someone else's to have to fix it or clean it up. So some of the highlights I think that are important that you've heard us talk about over the couple of years, but even recently, even with being within the cap and being smart, fiscally, responsibly, for our municipal part, I am sure the Board of Ed will be working very diligent on theirs, and of course don't have to worry about the county portion, and they've been very diligent on theirs over the last 2 years under Kathy Donovan. We've still managed to hire police officers these past year. We're actually hiring dispatchers this upcoming year to put more officers out on the street. About 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, we redid the table of organization for the police department. That was going to be a huge savings to the municipality, to the taxpayers of the community, somewhere up from $800,000 to close to $1 million in total packages. This year alone, we're going to, as Councilman Castiglia mentioned, we're still going to be able to do things for DPW, the fire department, recreation is still going to go out for grants and so forth. So it's as we keep looking ahead to be very fiscally responsible, I think it's been a great fiscal year for us and a great upcoming budget. Moving on over to some things from the rec front. A number of things are happening. In April, please, when the kids get out for the Easter recess, there's going to be the April Spring Camp. This was very successful. We've been doing this the last 2 years. Please take advantage of it. It's a great, for those who maybe need daycare while they go to work, to put a place for their children to go, it's a great place to be. The Easter egg hunt will be on March 23rd. Pretty much rain or shine, if I'm not mistaken. I'll update you more on that. That's on March 23rd. The mayor will be out there, members of the whole governing body and so forth, and we'll try to point you to the good eggs. So be out there. There's also going to be in April another senior fling dance. That'll be at the Recreation Center. Hopefully, the European model will be wrong again, and we'll start seeing less snow and some more sun and warm days, so we can continue the work down at English Avenue. We're just about ready to be able to get the seed down as soon as the weather breaks. We'll hopefully have seed down, and that way by June, the grass will be nice and thick and green for the kids to get on and the community to enjoy. Very exciting, as you're hearing a lot of important, great news coming out in coalitions and working with Mr. Egan and the Board of Ed. I'm excited. The Rec Board is very excited. This year there'll just be the one camp. We just received notification from Mr. Egan that we'll be able to use the district buses. As you know, the Rec a couple of years ago went out and bought their own bus as well. So now we'll have 3 buses. We're hoping a very big increase in summer camp this year, so we're already preparing for that. The Rec Commission met this month. They are very busy. They are looking at ways to improve the rec center. It's been constantly under work. They've made a lot. If you haven't been down to your it's your rec center. If you haven't been there recently, go down and check it out. They're rehabbing a lot of the structures down there. The hut building is still on target. They're looking internally. They're looking possibly at a new surfacing of the gym floor. The current gym floor is as old as the building. They're looking to upgrade. They're working with Debbie Ritchie, our health officer, to make upgrades in the kitchen area so they can better serve the community. So a lot of exciting things are happening down there. And on a couple of final notes, I just want to congratulate all of our winter sports at our high schools, all the great jobs they've done with the winter sports team. High school team went very far into the state playoffs, so congratulations to them. All of our wonderful athletes at the Rec, they've had a great basketball season, and of course the hockey on Sunday mornings has been phenomenal, and they're just wrapping up. Soccer, baseball, and softball registrations are still ongoing, so please don't get left out. And finally, on the Chamber of Commerce, very proud to report that membership continues to grow. They're doing a phenomenal job. They even have now work meetings, and then they have membership meetings. They're looking to do many things in the community in the upcoming year and months. They'd like to try to do a street fair at some point in the year. They're working very close with with Donna Puglisi, our rec director. They're already talking about how they can enhance the Christmas tree lighting and that event as well. So a lot of positive things coming from our business owners who have invested in our community. Some live in our community. So please check out our businesses. Mayor, thank you very much.
Thank you. I wonder if the council can have a list of all the members of the Chamber of Commerce.
Sure, they have a website, and I think, I don't know if they still have the Facebook page. Councilman Catamano is a member.
Can you get that for us?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you. Mr. Boncino.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. A couple items on our police department. Our police chief, Johnson, just completed an application for the 2013 Safe and Secure Communities Grant, and that'll amount to about $60,000 in 2013. Last Saturday night, our police department conducted a DWI checkpoint on Route 46, and earlier in the week, they conducted a checkpoint in town which netted approximately 76 motor vehicle summonses. We're also applying for a $4,000 click it or ticket enforcement grant, and we will conduct that enforcement click it or ticket between May 20th and June 2nd. We recently, 3 lieutenants took the captain's exam in the police department. I would like to congratulate Lieutenant Foligno, Lieutenant DePasquale, and Lieutenant Thorpe for all passing that exam. I want to compliment them and congratulate them on their dedication and their hard work. It took a lot of preparation to be ready to take that exam. We will be making decisions to fill the captain's positions and the lieutenant positions in our department probably over the next month or so. And in the next month or so, we'll be speaking with our chief to make some decisions and talk about some technology capital improvements we'd like to make down in the department. So you'll hear more about that. I'd like to thank Keith Casmark's office for helping me prepare for the New Jersey SEM electric auction. His staff has helped me kind of figure out what accounts are in and what accounts are out, and we should be in good position when that auction happens later on this month. And finally, as I mentioned at our last public meeting, the Elmwood Park Ambulance Corps is having their car show Sunday, June 2nd, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 669 River Drive in the borough. Rain date is June 9th. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Giblin? Thank you. I've mentioned this once or twice, or maybe 3 times. We have hired an outside firm to help us collect outstanding motor vehicle fines for the violations department. And I mention it here because this is on cable, and if anybody in town or out of the town has a ticket they haven't paid for, we're going to get you. And it's not going to cost us any money. The outside firm will charge 22% of what the ticket is, regardless of what it is. So you pay the full fine, and then you pay 22% more to the outside firm. So if you have an outstanding ticket, and you hear this commercial, so to speak, pay your fine and save yourself 22%. I went to a meeting with the Department of Transportation last week, Park and Ride, and I asked them that question. We have an area just west of River Road, and River Drive, actually. And I asked if anything's happening with the Park and Ride. We've been told by the state that they don't have enough funds to keep that going. My question was, they have all these commercials about park your car, take a bus, and go to New York. And we said, okay, we want a place to park our cars. Well, we don't have money for that. But they're fixing up all the highways. And if you look at people and you say, you want to park your car and sit on a bus, or would you rather take Route 80 or whatever road you have that's being fixed and go right there with your car? I think we're going the wrong way. I really do. We're fixing up the highways so that more cars can get on them and fewer people are going to be taking the buses. So I was very unhappy to hear that nothing seems to be done on that. They all know Debbie Hurt, who works for the Department of Transportation, has been working with us. She's been trying to help us, and nothing's going on. We're going to try to set up another meeting with our state officials to see if they can put more pressure on it, and maybe we can get that Park and Ride here in Elmwood Park. And it's not only for Elmwood Park, it's for any person who wants to park and take the bus. Last meeting, we paid $4,500 for our engineer to do a survey. It's been years we've been trying to fix River Drive in front of the Twisted Elm. If you come south from past the high school, you hit that fork in the road. The fork in the road to the right is River Road. The fork in the road to the left is River Drive. We have a lot of accidents there. People come down River Drive and they can't make that turn. They slide into the railing, they slide into the fence at Marcal, and it's been ongoing. I've been trying to get that done for years as a freeholder and as mayor. Telling them to put up big signs telling people to slow down. And maybe persistence is working. After we do the survey, the county will pay to fix that road and upgrade it, bevel it so that the cars can make that turn without crashing into the fence that's there. I think the county is getting tired of fixing the guardrail that's always there and always being damaged. Sound barriers, we're still working on that. We've had various reasons why we're not getting them. Costs too much money. At one time, we had to pay $1 million a mile. That story has changed. So now they don't want to pay $1 million a mile. They just don't have money for the sound barriers. They're doing some sound barrier work near the Meadowlands with the Super Bowl coming in. And we're still waiting. It's only been 17 years we've been waiting. The state doesn't care. We can listen to the noise, and sometimes it gets very drastic. The wind blowing in the right direction, you can hear it all the way down to Mr. Boncino's house, which is on 18th Avenue. We're going to pursue that again. We're having a meeting with the Bergen County Parks Director about doing something on the Waterworks property, cleaning up all those trees, putting a path in. Been waiting a long time for that. I've been promised that they're coming in and they're going to fix the trees, cut them down, drag them away, make it look good. We're waiting for that. We'll keep pushing on that. And the light rail, we've all been told we're going to have light rail. That's going to use the rail line of the Susquehanna, which is next to the Firehouse, Company 4 on the boulevard. I've been told that money's needed for that, so I don't know where we're going with the light rail. If they do anything with the light, L-I-G-H-T, the light rail, it may only go to Hackensack. I don't know what we're going to do in Hackensack, how many jobs are in Hackensack. We were originally told it would go to Hackensack, then to New York City, which is good. Now I'm hearing, well, they have to look at it again because you can't have freight on the line, plus passengers, and do I sound confused? I am, because I think they are confused too. I have with me the Waste Watchers booklet. All of you here, anybody watching, should have received one of these. This is an excellent booklet telling you various things that are happening in Elmwood Park, what to do with the traffic, what to do with street cleaning, what to do with your rubbish, what to do with your recycling, etc. If you've misplaced it, shame on you. But we'll give you another one. We'll give you another one. Come to my office. In fact, my secretary drove her car and delivered one today. She said it cost too much money to mail it, so she went out and delivered, as I usually do. So if you don't have one, you've misplaced it, keep it. And look for it. If you don't have it, come and get another one. And before I open the meeting to the public, if you want to watch this meeting, you go to Channel 77, Cablevision. On Tuesday, you can see it Tuesday, 12 noon. Thursday at 4 p.m., Friday at 11 a.m., or you can watch it on our own website. So make sure you look at this meeting and any other meeting that's coming up. At this time, I'd like to open...
Mayor?
No, you can't. Yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'd just like to comment on Councilman Conboy's report, reference to the budget. Those numbers, as they were quoted, they're not carved in stone at this point. There's a couple of departments we haven't spoken with yet, so they are subject to change. So let's all keep that in mind. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Anyone in the public who wishes to be heard, please raise your hand, come to the podium, and give us your name, address, and only good comments.
My name is George Stafford. I'm the outreach director for the New Jersey Highlands Coalition. First, let me apologize for the phone.
Oh.
It took me 2 years to figure out the phone. Now I have it Bluetooth in my car. When I get more than 300 or 400 feet from the car, it plays some song I never heard. So I apologize. I shut the phone off.
You should have the song that Councilman Castiglia has on his cell phone.
Yes, you want to hear it?
The Marine hint, the Marine
I have no idea what this song even is. At any rate, I appear before you tonight, and I have a resolution I would ask you to consider at a future meeting, if you would. It's a resolution of continuing support for the goals and purposes of the 2004 Highlands Water Protection and Planning Act. And basically, in 2004, the legislature, bipartisan, created the Highlands Council, and the idea was to observe certain areas in the Highlands and have a planning area in the Highlands with the idea of saving the water resources for the rest of the communities in northern New Jersey. Over 5 million people in North Jersey get their drinking water from the Highlands. The U.S. Geological Survey says that your community gets almost 75% of its water from Highland sources. That's the good part of the water. The bad part of the water we all know about is when the water comes up and ends up in your basement, and that comes from the Highlands as well. If you pave over or roof over an acre in the Highlands, given the fact that we average about 45 inches of rain a year in the Highlands, you get 4 million gallons of water of runoff. And the idea with the Highlands Act was to put an emphasis on redevelopment, to take areas that had been developed before and areas of gray fields, brown fields, things like that, in the Highlands area, and develop there and leave the areas that were absorptive and put water into the groundwater, which so many people use, and avoid that. Of late, we've had a lot of workarounds, loopholes, waivers, common sense solutions, and we're getting more development in the areas that have been recharge areas for the water that you drink, that you have in your fire hydrants, that the businesses in this area, pharmaceuticals, Budweiser, use. And they're trying to get away, they're starting to get away on the Highlands Council from the spirit of the original act. So I have this, I was a town councilman myself for 10 years in a small community up in the Highlands. And when they brought me in, they had a 950-word resolution. I got this down to 165 words. I know what happens to a long resolution. It just doesn't go anywhere. It goes to the town attorney, and that's the end of it. So this is just basically says that you receive water from the Highlands, and you like the idea that you're getting fresh water from the Highlands, and you don't need any more runoff. And I have a map on here, and the percentage of water that the towns in Bergen counties get. So if I may, I'll leave this with your clerk.
Please.
And you can consider it. My contact information is on here. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I can come back to a meeting if you're going to consider the resolution at that time and you have any questions. And further, if the coalition can be a resource for you, if you have a water question, runoff or drinking water or anything else. We have a lot of contacts and a lot of resources ourselves, and we'd be more than happy to share them with you. So I appreciate your time tonight. I'll just give this to the clerk. Unless you have a question, I'll be on my way.
I have a question real fast. The next time we have a heavy rainstorm, can you keep some of the water up there for a while?
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Anyone else who wishes to be heard?
Thank you.
Thank you.
No one else wishes to be heard? May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mr. Boncino, Mr. Catamagna? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So what? Thank you for those of you who are in attendance, and please look at this on your cable channel 77. Thank you.
I thought it was Channel 7.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah.